Good evening. My name is Rick Mansfield, and I'm pleased once again to host this evening's presentation about LifeVantage. Speaking to both the amazing products and the excellent business opportunity that LifeVantage offers. Having myself been on this planet around 80 years, I've been able to see and explore a few different network marketing companies and have actually even participated in a couple of them over the years. And one of those companies was and still is a major player in the network marketing field and offers a very respectable and comprehensive array of home use type products. But I remember at one of their marketing slogans at the time to their representative was SW, 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 which stands for some will, some won't, so what? And to some degree or some level, I guess that makes sense. Some will join, some won't join. But the so what is the difference in speaking of other companies in LifeVantage that I want to speak to tonight. The difference between, let's say, using a good laundry soap or having a handy kitchen tool kind of falls into the so what category, in that there is no major change in your own life that results from having it, but experiencing a product that actually activates the cells in your body to perform at their very best and in several different categories and capacities. And especially as we age, and as I say, I'm 80, it is a definite yes, what? And so that's what captured my attention about 8 years ago. Similar to what we're doing this evening, I was introduced to LifeVantage by a friend and learned of the benefits of cellular activation versus supplementation. If LifeVantage has a slogan, I'm not sure this is their only one, but the one that I like is take it to make it. And allow me to explain why. If you're supplementing, you're simply giving your body something that it may be deficient in, like vitamin A or vitamin C or any other vitamin letter that you might be in need of. But what happens then is that you hope that that vitamin gets absorbed and then it gets inside your cell and hopefully links up to neutralize a free radical so that it won't damage your cell. And if it does that, that is a good thing. However, with activation, and that's what we're talking about here tonight, with activation, you take a small amount of a very specific blend of nutrients, which then satisfies a specific receptor site on your cells. You are now taking it to make it in your own body, not just to supplement your body with it. And that in turn sets off a reaction that ends up with your own DNA being activated to produce molecules and enzymes in a ratio of 1,000,000 to 1, as it once did when we were all younger. We all remember those days when we had more energy, we had more focus, and we healed faster. Well, as I said, my journey began about 8 years ago as a customer. I began using LifeVantage products, and as time went by, I realized that according to the turning of the pages on my calendar, I was not getting any younger. But what I did notice is that I was able to continue to do the things that I like to do day in and day out without any diminishing of those activities. And that's what I hope and want to continue to do for the rest of my days here. So at first I was a customer. LifeVantage at that time actually only had a single cellular activating flagship product called Protandim. But since then, and over the years, several more groundbreaking cellular activating products have been developed and have been granted patents or being studied by many universities using their own financial resources to do those studies. And were published in PubMed.gov, the government's Bible of medications and that sort of thing. So, with the company's growth, the opportunity to share these products, and their health benefits, it's opened the opportunity for many others to not only be a customer, to also look into the opportunity to be a consultant in this growing health market, which is a growing market nationwide and worldwide. I hope this evening you'll enjoy the presentation, and I'd like to introduce my longtime friend and LifeVantage expert, Marci Nettles, to take over at this point. Thank you.
Awesome, Rick. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. And by the way, you guys, did you hear what he said? He's 80 years young. Can you believe that? But that is exactly what cellular activation can do for you. It turns back the clock. It slows down the rate that you age. And we even have the science to prove it, which I absolutely love. But why am I here with you tonight? Well, I actually was found by LifeVantage, gosh, well over 15 years ago now. I was a police officer as my career of choice for almost a decade. It was great while it lasted. I was able to provide for my kids, had that income that I needed, and I felt like I was doing good for the community. But in 2009, I was in a car accident on duty that ended my career that fast. It left me with a brain injury, several herniated discs throughout my spine that required spine surgeries, and I was no longer able to fulfill my duties as a police officer, which meant my income got reduced drastically. I was on a lot of prescription medication. I ended up going through a lot of lost a house, lost a marriage, lost my mind. My kids were teenagers, all the things all at once. And I went into a severe downward spiral of depression. And when I talked to my doctor about it, he gave me more prescription medication that this time said may cause suicidal tendencies. And I actually tried to take my own life 4 different times before very dear friends of mine were introduced to LifeVantage, and they thought of me as one of the first people that they wanted to share this opportunity with. They didn't know that I had tried to take my life. They just knew that I had lost my career and that I had had surgeries, right? And I probably needed a new way to make money. And they were absolutely correct. Well, when they introduced me, I was like, I have no idea what this is, but I love them. I trust them. So I took a look at it, and I will be forever grateful that they saw the information, first of all, and they thought of me and invited me to see it, because what I saw changed everything for me. I had hope that through this activation, I could get my mind and my body working for me again, to where I could actually enjoy living and be a productive part of society, right? But then I also knew myself well enough that if these activators worked the way that they said that they did, that I absolutely was someone that would be sharing them with everyone else. And then I really started to learn about this industry, and I started to learn about leverage and exactly what that meant. And I will tell you, that is when I was like, this is what I have to do, because I wasn't in a place to be able to go and get a job again. My body wouldn't allow that. And at the time, my mind wouldn't either. And so I was learning right around the same time about the cash flow quadrant. You know, I had heard about Robert Kiyosaki many times before, but when I was a police officer, you know, I thought that I would work 20, 25 years and then I would be comfortable on a pension of 70, 75% of what I had been living on. I mean, think about that. It's like we think that we can retire and live the same on less than what we're making, right? That doesn't even make sense. But this is a whole narrative that we are conditioned with, right? Well, but I was learning about this thing called the cash flow quadrant, and it's really 4 different ways that you can produce income and work with it, right? Well, there is the difference between linear income, which is when you give your time for money. So in a job, or whether you own your own small business, or you're a specialist, or on the other side of it, leveraged income, where you have a big business where you're leveraging a system, you own a system, and you've got people working within that system that you're leveraging as well. And then, of course, the side there that has the eye with the investor, right? I found myself for the majority of my life being an E and an S. I had been an employee giving my time for money my whole entire life until I couldn't anymore, right? It's interesting because on this left-hand side of the quadrant, there is actually only 5% of the money in the world is being experienced by the people on the left-hand side of the quadrant. The E, which is employee, and the S, which is self-employed or small business, right? So basically, only 5% of money, but it's 95% of the people in the world are on the left-hand side of this quadrant. And so when I saw this business opportunity that we're talking about here tonight, and I realized, and it was pointed out to me, that this is a way that normal people, that 95% that's normally on the left-hand side, could actually step foot over to the right-hand side and experience that leverage of a system, leverage of working together as a team and the efforts of others to be able to build an income stream that could pay me over and over and over again for doing the work well one time. And so on the B side, we have got big business owners. These are not the small businesses, because in small businesses, really the business owns you, right? But in big business, you have a system that you own. You have people that work in that system. And so if you step away, it keeps working. It's like an engine, right? But in the small business or the specialist side, if you step away, you're going to lose money. Your money's going to stop coming in. And then once you're one of those big business people, then you can actually start investing your money too. And so not only are you working with people and owning a system that's leveraged to be able to create an income stream, but you're also having the income. You've actually got the money to where you can then become an investor and your money is working for you. On the right-hand side, 95% of all the money in the world is being experienced by those people. And yet there's only 5% of the people in the world that are experiencing that. And so when I saw that this opportunity that we're going to be sharing with you here tonight was my chance to be able to start, just tiptoeing even into that right side of the quadrant, I was absolutely all in. And I will tell you, my product story is mind-blowing, and I will even tell you that it saved my life. Remember, I tried to take my life 4 times, and here I am. You hear me talking, you hear my energy and my excitement and my passion. Well, guys, I will tell you the reason why is these products work. And this opportunity works right alongside it. My husband and I actually met through this business. We've been working together now for over 15 and a half years in LifeVantage. And we've been receiving 5, I have to be careful how I say this, right? But 5 digit or 5 number or, income every single month paid out through this opportunity. So if we can do it, so can you. But I want to help you guys understand exactly what you need to be looking for in order for you to make a decision, because you don't want to just trust your friend. You don't want to just jump in without really doing some research or seeing what's in place to help you be successful. And there's 6 things specifically that you want to make sure are in place for you to know that this is a really an opportunity for you to have a successful business, and that the business you're partnering with is also a successful business. So tonight we're going to be talking about the company story and our product story here at LifeVantage. We're going to be talking about the timing, where we are and what the opportunity to come really is. We're going to talk about the trends and why this is so important, as well as the compensation, how you make money, and is it worth your time, as well as showing you that there's a system that you can plug into, a group of people that want to mentor you, that want to partner with you, and that want to walk with you in this journey. So I'm super excited to be able to turn this back over to Rick so that he can share the LifeVantage story and our product story with you tonight.
Well, and I'm very excited about this part of it. I love to see a company come into being and be successful and move the way it has. And even though you're reading on the screen, the product has been sold since 2003. The story goes back at least 30 years before, when the originator had been working on how to deal with the problems of aging and what causes that and how can we change that, what can we do. And it took 30 years before a product ever came to market, and that was in 2003. And these were a bunch of professors, doctors, scientists that put this product together. They were not marketers, they were not business people, but they had a wonderful product. It came to market in 2003, and it did gain some notoriety. It was in some of the stores like, general nutrition and some of the larger variety stores of sort. But it really wasn't selling that well, but it was doing well. ABC in 2005 decided to do an investigation of some of the claims, some of the things they had heard about this product. And basically, I think, truth be known, they were coming to do a little bit of a hit piece on it. Well, John Quinones from ABC Primetime Investigations came to their place of business. They're actually where the company started, and in did a blood test to see where he was. He inquired about what happens. He did a blood test, and they said, in about 30 days, and this is something that has been the FDC, FDA allows us to say it can reduce the oxidative stress, which is the aging process, by 40% in the first 30 days. Well, John Quinones didn't wait 30 days. He came back in 2 weeks. And and you might not expect that his results would be as good coming back that quickly. But what actually happened, his results were greater than 40% in just 12 days. The reaction from the people watching that program was tremendous. The orders came in, they were flooded. Here's a bunch of scientists, not marketers, not business people, and nearly put the company out of business by so many orders in such a short time. It took them quite a while, actually, to get the backlog caught up on. Eventually, they decided that, there was more to this. It's not a supplement. It's not just a matter of taking vitamin A or vitamin C, and a little more information. And the stores weren't really able to tell the story effectively. So they decided to switch, as you can see, from 2009, from retail to direct sales. Folks like you and I are out there doing that. It's grown to the point as they're publicly traded on NASDAQ, and you see the call sign there, LFVN. Um, the company has no debt. They're publicly traded. Everything about this company is available for you to look up online, and they have just done a tremendous job. And going to network marketing in particular has really advanced the company as it's going along. And I think we can jump to the next slide. And one of the things, and as I mentioned earlier, the difference between supplementation and activation. And we're all aware of antioxidants and eating blueberries and broccoli and oranges. And you can see here, but it's a slow process. It's a short process, 400 oranges a day to do what one Protandim pill will do. And when they did some of these tests, as you can see there, the without Protandim, uh, as we age, the oxidative stress, that aging process, continues to grow. With Protandim, it returns, and you're looking at the age between 20 and 80, and almost to like the level of a newborn baby, by reducing oxidative stress. So it has been a game changer for all of us. And I think we can jump to the next. And what's happened, it has been such a greatly received product. And because it is of such a scientific nature, as you can see on this screen, it shows that we have 7 patents. And to get a patent is quite a thing. This is an intellectual property that's required. You have to show a certain utility. The requirements are stringent. You can't just dehydrate some oranges, put them in a jar, and put it on the market. Having a patent is a big thing. Plus, it also protects the company. For at least 20 years, no one else can produce or reproduce a product with that same composition. And it definitely is a priority composition. And in fact, what's actually happened since this slide came out, we have 2 more products that have gained patent. We have at least 15 more that are in that patent pending stage. It takes a process to go through the patent process. So you're looking at products and a company that is looking to the future. And we'll jump to next. And what do we activate? Well, there is the NRF2 again, which was our mainline first flagship product, but we've introduced NRF1 and NAD. Again, they're activating the body. And the interesting thing, some of these things in combination, there's a synergy where the effect of one particular pill by itself is, let's say, a certain number. Combined, it's even increased to a greater level. And we have that in those 3 products. In 2022, we introduced a collagen product, a liquid collagen product that actually works with the skin, nails, and collagen is 90% of the glue that holds our bodies together, whether it's in the muscles, the joints, the tendons. And the liquid collagen activates, replenishes, and maintains the collagen that's in our body. Another thing, as you move down, you see that GLP-1 hormone. Well, GLP-1 is a hormone in our body. It's naturally occurring, But there are products on the market that are a pharmaceutical product that tend to synthetically introduce GLP-1. We have an all-natural GLP-1 hormone combination of a pill and a powder that together, without the side effects that you've probably heard about in some of the others, that helps you to maintain and reduce weight naturally without the side effects. One of the things, and as I say, I am getting older, and we all in the afternoon sometimes need a little bit of a pick me up. Well, instead of grabbing a Monster or some of those drinks that are on the market, we have a product called Axio, which actually clears the brain fog, kind of gives you that boost that you need going through the day. And again, it's a product that will kind of get you through the day. I'll put it that way. And most recently, and this just came out this last fall, is our Phyto-1, Phyto-2, which is a gut peptide dealing with the microbiome of our body, creating that regularity. It's been said it's not what you eat, it's what you digest that your body really counts on. And this helps your body to maintain that digestive tract that really gets the most out of the food that you take in. So a lot of things were activated, and we're still looking down the line. And speaking down the line, besides all the activation products, we have a pretty complete line of skin and hair products, individual vitamins in and of themselves. And as I say, there's a market and a place for each of those as well. So we have a pretty complete line that for people that are interested in other aspects of that. And especially I'm looking at the True Renew and the moisturizer that hydrates your skin. It's been again, I'm 80 and I'm happy to use that every day. So many good things in the product line that would appeal to many people out there. So, right.
Sorry, I had myself muted there.
Okay.
Gosh, Rick, I was sitting there like, I'm so excited. That was fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. And as you can see, in any business opportunity, you need to have a foundation of a product that is going to be something that you can carry into the future, right? And we have products that are unique. They're activators, so they're completely different than anything that's out there on the market. You can't get them anywhere else, and they are consumable. So you have customers that will be purchasing over and over and over from you because they work. We have customers that are still purchasing from us since 2009, when my husband first got started with this business opportunity. And so moving into this, we want to continue with the strategy of making sure that the 6 key components are in place for a successful business opportunity. And so we're going to hop into the timing now, and so that we can see what the actual growth potential is. Well, when you're looking at this, in the beginning, you have the pioneering and formulation phase of a business. And it generally is the first 5 years of the business. And unfortunately, in that first 5 years of any business that gets started, about 95% of those businesses fail. They go out of business and they are not around any longer. Yet those that do make it past that point are the ones that hit into critical mass. So in our industry, we find that the critical mass point is when you have 300,000 or more consultants that are sharing the products and the business opportunity to the world. And then once you hit that critical mass, that's when that momentum and significant growth starts happening. This is where you shoot up to where you've got that 80% growth potential. And the opportunity is for those that join the business before that critical mass can participate in gathering part of that 80% growth to come into their own bank accounts or into their business, right? And then there is the final phase here, which is, we call it the too late phase. This is when you can still earn some money, but generally the growth is only about 2 to 7% per year. And for that to be spread out amongst the people that are in the business, it's not quite as significant as getting in early. And so what we want to stress to you is that where we are here at LifeVantage is we only have about 70,000 consultants worldwide. wide. And we are in over 25 different markets right now, with the outlook of expanding greatly in the next few years. We currently are sitting at about a $200 million a year business and are anticipated to become $1 billion company within the next 5 to 7 years. So think about that. Your ground floor. Right now, you make the decision to get involved, and you could be part of the people that take this company to $1 billion. And what is 80%? Oh my gosh, guys, the growth potential is exponential for you in starting with this opportunity. And then talking about the trends, which is the next one in the six, is that this is an opportunity where we are helping people find what they need, right? We're helping people get more of what they want and less of what they don't want. And so in the world right now, people are looking for multiple sustainable income streams. Is that you? Yeah, most people, right? And ways to take control of their own health. I mean, think about it. There's a whole movement around it, make America healthy again, right? There is people out there that are giving their time and their gas to deliver food for other people because Uber Eats is a thing, right? They're looking for ways to make sustainable income, and people are looking for ways that they can be more in control of their life experience moving forward because they're tired of the old way. And so this is the exact trends that we are in the middle of, that we can provide solutions to those people that are looking for income streams, as well as solutions to wellness goals. Now, the system was one of the most important things for me because I have never done this type of business before. And so I knew that I needed to have people around me that were going to lock arms, and that there was a simple system in place that we could just plug into to move forward. And that's exactly what we have here at LifeVantage. First of all, we have a simple ITT system where we use tools and connect a team to help people learn about this opportunity. I mean, gosh, some of you that are on here tonight, you have experienced that exact system by being here tonight. Now, we also have corporate in-person trainings and virtual trainings. There's 4 of those every single year. We just got back from Las Vegas, Nevada, where we had a Momentum Academy. Amazing breakthrough event. And then we have monthly field trainings, as well as having weekly events, weekly calls that you can plug into. You also have the opportunity as a consultant to have a replicated website that you can share with people that is significant in the product offering information, as well as how to get started as a consultant. And we have a LifeVantage app for consultants and customers. We have a super simple shopping system where you can use the online shopping portal. You can create shopping carts for your friends and family that you're sharing this information with easy checkout for them to get the products purchased on subscription and sent to them on a monthly basis. And by the way, guys, I would say that one of the best parts of becoming part of the team is connecting with the team, the mentorship that comes with that, because you are in business for yourself, but you will never be by yourself. So mentorship is a huge part of the system here with us at LifeVantage. And so we continue asking this question. It's like, what else can we activate? And about 3 years ago, our current CEO, he's like, you know what? We need to look at our compensation plan because it needs to be stepped up. It needs to be better. It needs to pay more to the consultants. And so they invested over $6 million in creating the most significant and relevant compensation plan in the industry, and we call it Evolve. And this is where you can earn no matter how you want to build your business. And so you fall in love with these products, you want to share them out with people and gather customers, you're going to get paid for that. And you just might be someone that just wants to build a team because you see the significance of leveraged and you want that leveraged income stream. And so you decided to share the opportunity and get people started. Not to mention those customers will come and those customers will love the products and those customers will want to become your business partners too. Well, you get paid for building that team. And then you're going to have some of those people that become consultants raise their hand and say, hey, I want to go for the big bucks. I want to make more of an impact. I want to help more people. And you're going to be able to earn an income stream based off of the compensation, the commissions for developing leaders. And then one of my favorite leverage commissions is when you can earn a percentage of what the company has been doing since it started in direct sales in 2009 by being part of the global profit sharing bonus. So that means you starting as a consultant today, you build up to the leadership levels and you get to start getting a percentage of what we have been building since 2009. How cool is that? That you come in now, you get benefit off of everything that's been going on since the very beginning. I absolutely love this compensation plan, and it is changing people's lives in significant ways. So our income disclosure statement, we are publicly traded. We have to share everything with you. And basically what this says is that you will get out what you put in to your business. It's very much like the sowing and the reaping, right? The work you put in, the effort, the time, the energy, your willingness to be part of a team will directly correlate to the amount of people you help and the amount of money that you make. That's how significant this business opportunity is. I would say it is one of the most honorable ways that you can make money because the dollars that you make are directly connected to people's lives that you've impacted. So how much money can you make here at LifeVantage? This is the income disclosure statement. And on the left-hand side, we've got consultant all the way down to presidential consultant. These are the different rankings in the company. And then as you see, there's a lot of numbers there, right? And it's a little bit overwhelming. And so what we've done is I've got a more clear picture for you. You see the same clear consultant rankings on the left-hand side. On the second column from the left where it says monthly qualifying sales, this is how many sales in your business at this level you would have. So let's just look at the senior consultant one, the first blue one there in the column. You'd have $2,000 in sales going on through your business. So you and the other consultants in your business are selling products. And the median monthly commissions paid at that rank is about $260. And then if you skip all the way to the right-hand side, don't forget the investment needed ones yet, but we'll come back to that. But the average number of months to achieve the rank, it's about 5 months for people to get to this rank to earn an additional $260 a month. Gosh, in our house, that's our cell phone bill, right? But how cool would it be to have your cell phone bill paid for every single month? Or maybe a portion of your car payment, maybe your car insurance paid for every single month because you've built this leveraged income stream. Or how about if we jump down to the managing consultant, the first green one there. This is when you have 10,000, that's an extra zero there, ignore that extra zero, 10,000 in monthly qualifying sales. And here, the median range that consultants are making is $1,443 every single month that they are earning extra into their household. And then that average amount of time that it takes to get there is 15 months. Now let's take it one more. The executive consultant rank is our leadership ranks. This is the first leadership rank in the lilac color here. You have 80,000 in organizational monthly qualifying sales. And on average, you're making about $11,500 every single month. Every single month. This is that 5-figure income that I've been telling you we've been making for over 15 years now. Every single month, leveraged income. And people are getting to this rank on average 37 months. So now let's look at this number here, this column that I hadn't mentioned yet. I want you to understand how you can own your tomorrow. Because there are so many of us, I mean, like me, and probably like some of you that are on the call right now that really didn't think about retirement in a serious way and haven't really gotten yourself set up for it yet. Or maybe you're somebody that's younger than me and it's like it's time for you to start thinking about it and you're not quite sure how you're going to be able to save up this amount of money either. But for somebody my age, it's like, how would I earn $52,000 in 5 months to have in a bank account to be making that $260 in interest paid to me every single month? Because $52,000 in a investment account is what you would need to be earning a $260 check on a monthly basis. Well, let's jump down to that managing consultant, that green. You would need $288,600 in that investment account to be able to make that $1,443 on a monthly basis in an interest payment. Can you save up or earn enough money in the next 15 months to have that much in an account while still living and still paying your bills and doing everything that you need to do? Well, let's make this really interesting, okay? Executive consultant 1, 37 months on average to be able to get to that rank. you would need over $2.3 million in that investment or savings account that's paying you at least 5% interest for you to be making a check of $11,572 a month in interest for you to be able to live on. How in the world can you do that starting today? Well, you can own your tomorrow by getting started with LifeVantage, by building your leveraged income stream, being partnered with a publicly traded company, locking arms with a team of people that want you to succeed. Because when we help you succeed, we automatically reap the benefits. But this is how you can own your tomorrow. And how do you get started with that? Most people pick our business pack. It comes with all those activators that we were talking about before, those significant life-changing, health-promoting activators that help your body perform under no matter what stress it's in. It helps your body perform at a higher level. Plus, you're getting a lot of our other significant catalog along with those activators. In this business pack, you're getting all those products at a 37% discount. That in itself is amazing, right? But guys, for less than $1,000, you're starting an international business where you can create that leveraged income stream. And not only that, you are getting the mentorship. I will tell you, the mentorship itself is worth the $1,000. Yet you get all these products and a business along with it too. Plus, with the business pack, you also get 2 event tickets to the next corporate events. We'll be in Salt Lake City in October for Global Convention. You want to be there. Do not miss the events. They are where you build your belief in every aspect of this opportunity and where breakthroughs happen at events, right? Now, there are other options in getting started, but I will tell you that all of the executives, all the people that have hit those top ranks, every single one of them came in at the top pack position because you have a better standing, you have better posture, and you have product experience. So there's other options. Get with the person that invited you here today to find out what those options are, and they can absolutely help you. And then how you continue your health process and your goals to accomplish the goals that you have, you want to subscribe with a stack. And if you're interested in becoming a customer, we absolutely love our customers, and this is your starting point. You want to get started with a stack because that synergy that Rick was talking about earlier, that's why these products are put together in stacks. We know that they work better together. And so depending on what your health goals are, there's a stack for that. Plus you get a discount on the products when they're put together in different product packs, okay? So you just want to just pick out your stack, put it on subscription so that you receive it every single month. It's as simple as that. So let's do a quick review on why LifeVantage and why now. Guys, we are publicly traded, fully transparent. We are debt-free, making multi-million-dollar investments into acquiring other companies and having the most relevant compensation plan in the industry. We have scientifically validated, multi-patented products, and we are continuously researching and asking that question, what else can we activate? So our catalog will continue to grow. With the growth potential, you are at the ground floor opportunity with LifeVantage. There could not be better timing for you to say yes right now. We have, again, the top compensation plan in the industry. And as I mentioned, the mentorship, the collaboration, the community is the absolute best. And if you have been looking for something that you could be part of that is going to just make an impact that is so much greater than you could ever do on your own, we also have a 501c3 arm that we get to be part of. Just because we're consultants here at LifeVantage, we are part of LifeVantage Legacy, where we have partnered with these organizations around the world and many, many others to be able to make different parts of the world a brighter place because we were there. Everywhere we go, whether it's part of our corporate in-person events or whether it's our incentive trips and promotions, we always find someone to partner with in that area to make things better. We also help when there are emergency situations, whether it's a weather situation, whatever happens, to be able to help the people in those areas. And one of our favorite things to do is to help the kids. Help the kids have food, help the kids have their backpacks full of the school stuff that they need to have the experience to learn and grow and to have the nutrition to go along with it, whether it's during the week or on the weekends. You can partner with us to be part of something so much bigger than yourself here at LifeVantage. So guys, I am so excited to have been part of this presentation with you. Rick, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass it back to you to be able to close us out, and then we'll see what questions there are. Are you there, Rick? Or did I catch you off guard? All right, guys. Well, I will go ahead and close this, but I just want to say thank you for being here. Please get back to the person that invited you here tonight. And first tell them thank you for thinking of you, and then for being brave enough to invite you. Ask them to see that ABC Primetime Investigative Report. Ask them to see that income disclosure. Tell them what number you need to be able to get started on your business today, because we absolutely can help you every step of the way. You just have to say yes and decide to just go all in, because we're here for you. We appreciate you, and we hope that you have a fantastic night. God bless.